Okay, hello everyone. Just here, real quick before the episode begins, to give a couple of trigger warnings. We do talk about depression and suicide, and sometimes we joke about that. So if you don't want to listen to any of that stuff, maybe you don't. But just thought I should let you guys know. So enjoy. All right, you guys ready?
No,
Okay.
Yeah, man. Not at all.
I'm thinking of ending things.
Hello, Jasmine.
Hello, Ugo.
Are we
Hello?
recording?
Yeah. Hello, Andres.
Hey, man.
Hello everyone. Oh, yeah, you said my name, right? Okay, I was just
Make sure people know who I am.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Welcome to Watcheando Movies.
Hi.
Yeah. This is a podcast where we watch movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Revolutionary.
So Jasmine over there, she used to like movies about a decade ago, and then now she doesn't. She's not really a film buff anymore.
No.
Andres was the opposite, where he became a film buff, later in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping to make you sound old. That works. The later in life.
Old?
Yeah, I'm only 18, man. Leave me alone.
He's 26.
Same. I'm only
5.
16.
Jesus Christ. Leave me alone.
And I've been a film buff since I was 13, and I'm 21, so like 7-8 years ish. Yeah. And we're watching a new movie today that a lot of people are probably going to be talking about in their podcasts and blogs and stuff. But you know what the difference is?
We
Is
have
that
no one.
we
to listen
don't
to
know
ours.
what we're talking about.
Oh,
Hey.
That's the difference.
nice.
But we also don't pretend.
Well,
I do.
So with all that out of the way, Andres, what movie are we watching today?
I'm thinking of ending things.
Jake, my boyfriend.
It's snowing.
Winter is coming in.
We have a real connection, a rare and intense attachment. I've never experienced anything like it. I'm thinking of ending things.
Huh?
What?
Did you say something?
I don't think so.
Weird.
I'm visiting Jake's parents for the first time. He hasn't been my boyfriend for very
They
long.
really are looking forward to meeting you.
I think of ending things.
Hello? We're here.
Oh, hi.
Oh, it's all wet.
Here they come.
Jake has told us so much about you.
He's told me so much about both of you, too.
And you came anyway? Jake tells me you're studying quantum psychics.
Physics.
Really?
But there's just something profoundly wrong
Are
here.
you okay?
Yeah.
Spoilers, of course. So this is directed by Charlie Kaufman. Oh, no.
We normally give a summary of the movie, but you can't summarize this, man.
Oh yeah,
We don't
I
know
forgot
what
to write the
happened.
summary.
Nobody. Yeah.
I forgot to write the summary.
Doesn't
Don't
matter.
worry about it. Nobody knows, man.
So yeah, I'm Thinking of Ending Things is directed by Charlie Kaufman, and the screenplay is also by him. It is based on the novel I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. Ride, yeah, I don't know how to say that name. Charlie Kaufman, right? We covered Eternal Sunshine on this podcast.
Yeah.
That's the only movie you've seen from him, Jasmine?
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And have you seen any other movies of him?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right. You're gonna see Anomalisa, right? No.
Not yet.
No. Yeah. All right.
I've been meaning to, though.
It stars Jesse Buckley, and Jesse Plemons, and Toni Collette, and David Theolis. You know him, right, Jasmine?
Yeah.
Who is he? Who does he play?
Remus Lupin.
Yeah, the werewolf.
Did I say his name? I don't know.
Yeah. He was also in Anomalisa. He was the voice of one of the characters, the main character.
Nice. Are they friends?
I guess I assume, right?
Yeah.
You have
They
to
keep
be.
working together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the second time.
Yeah, still. That's
Oh.
enough, man.
Yeah. Actually, Jessie Buckley is kind of like new on the scene. She doesn't really have that many credits. But Brie Larson was actually supposed to play her first. I think it's a little interesting tidbit. Excuse me. There we go. Yeah. She was cast alongside Jesse Plemons, and then she dropped for, whatever reason. It had a limited release on August 28th, 2020. And then it was released on Netflix September 4th. Has an 82% Rotten Tomato score. It does not have an audience score yet. And the consensus reads, aided by stellar performances from Jessie Buckley and Jesse Plemons, I'm Thinking of Ending Things finds writer-director Charlie Kaufman grappling with the human condition as only he can. Okay. Here's the summary from Google. Full of misgivings, a young woman travels with her new boyfriend to his parents' secluded farm. Okay, so did you Andres, you knew about this movie coming out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jasmine, did you know this movie was coming out?
Not at all.
Even though we've talked about it with you for
We have?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
No,
No. Did you have any expectations for this, Jasmine?
of course not. I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
No.
Well, I saw the little
Trailer?
not the trailer, the
The
poster
preview.
picture,
Oh,
whatever
okay.
what Netflix has, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this looks scary.
Andres, what were your expectations for this?
Kind of a spooky thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the trailer gives off, right? Like a horror movie. Did you see the trailer?
No, I don't think so. Just the
Yeah.
poster.
The trailer gives off like a horror movie vibe too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And were you expecting to love it because you loved Eternal?
Yeah, I thought, yeah, I was gonna love it for that reason, yeah.
Yeah. Did you? What about you? Because you knew it was from the Eternal guy.
That was like after the fact.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So, what were your guys' reactions to this movie right after watching it? Because I know you guys read the analysis of it.
We read it now. Oh yes. So as I was watching it, I was like, wow, this is scary.
Yeah.
And I saw Toni Collette. I was like, oh, this is a scary movie.
Because Tony thought.
Nice
Hereditary?
friends at all.
Because she plays very like, what's the word?
Scary
Unhinged
roles.
characters really well. And I was like, okay. And then at a certain point, I was like, I have no idea what's happening. And then I got like, finished the movie, and I was like, I feel like I understand maybe 10 to 20% of what I just saw.
So here's your text. You sent this text while you were watching it. This is what you said. Is this a horror movie? I'm scared. Oh, Toni Collette is here. She's way too young to be that guy's mom. Also, this is definitely a horror movie. Is that the actor who plays Lupin? Also, huh?
Yeah, I did. After the farm stuff, I was really lost.
Yeah. Nice.
Because I was like, okay, this is going to be scary. They're like going to try to murder her or something. She's trying to escape. And then things started going really weird. And then I think the hot one was when, well, I guess we'll talk about it later.
Go on. No,
You
go
know
on.
when the janitor was watching a movie and then we
yeah.
got into the movie? And I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
I'm not even going to try and follow this movie anymore.
The credits run.
Yeah.
Directed
Like-
by Robert Zemeckis. You know who Robert Zemeckis is?
No.
He directed Forrest Gump.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's making fun of what about you, Andres? What did you think about this movie before, any analysis of it?
Just what the heck, dude?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Just what the heck, man.
Did you like it though?
Ah, man.
Oof. That's
Did you
for
like it,
later.
Jordan? Did
That's
you-
later.
While we were eating breakfast earlier, I said I did not have a good time.
Yeah.
I had a good time for a while, and then I was like,
But I love it.
Is it because of the analysis or
No.
No? All right.
I mean, the analysis, like,
That you read, yeah.
put it all together and, like, made it awesome. But while watching it and having this awful experience, I was thinking, God damn, this is awesome. That's
Yeah.
making me feel this way. You know, Jasmine hasn't seen it, but you remember her mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was having very similar experience while watching it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love it.
Yeah.
I hate it,
Yeah.
but I love it.
Mother's way more overt with what it's saying though.
Like, I understood Mother.
Yeah. It's pretty
Yeah,
obvious.
yeah.
you didn't understand this one?
Not
Me
by
either.
myself.
No.
I also did not understand this
I
at
didn't
all.
understand.
I was like
I
super
had
confused.
ideas. at
I
a
had
certain
ideas,
point.
but they weren't they were
Yeah.
wrong at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
same.
thought I knew what was happening, and then it just kept
Yeah.
going like nope.
There's one thing I kind of did have throughout, but then after that, everything else was wrong.
Nice.
I think let's just spoil everything, right?
Yeah.
So-
I don't think we can talk about this movie without.
Yeah. So when I was first watching it, I was like, I've seen it twice now, right? When I was first watching it, I was like, is the janitor the older version of what's his name?
Jake.
Jake, yeah. And I was like, I don't know. It kind of seems like it is, but I didn't get the rest of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same.
I didn't get
100%.
that the janitor was the older one until pretty late into the movie.
I kind of once they started introducing the janitor, I was like, okay, he has to be an old Jake. Well, since I don't know at what point I.
Oh, I
figured
remember.
out
I remember when it clicked. It was
the ice cream.
it was the laundry. She's
Oh,
got
yeah,
the shirts
she's
and it's got the
janitor.
logos. At first, I was like, "What's that logo?"
Oh.
And then I saw the janitor again. And it was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
That's when it clicked for me.
I don't know what I was saying.
Damn.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It
No,
just
what
came
were
back.
That I knew,
The janitor was
Yeah.
connected. Yeah.
but I don't know anything else. Like I didn't connect with
No.
anything else. Yeah.
Me either. I don't know. I was gonna say something and I forgot. But yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah. So I read this thing.
Oh, I remember. I was gonna
Okay,
say.
go on.
So I don't remember at what point I found out it was the director of Eternal Sunshine. And then I was like, oh, it's like a breakup. Like another breakup sort of
Story.
and it's just him like I thought that the relationship was going to end at that point, and then he was always going to look back on that past relationship and how he could never overcome it,
Right.
which I guess kind of not really sort of is what happened.
It's a regret, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it is a breakup with his own life.
Yeah.
I didn't get. Did you guys
wild.
get that at all? That he killed himself?
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. Well, I thought he just went crazy and like died from hypothermia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, that's how he killed himself, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
turned the car
yeah.
off and just laid there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole dance number too.
It was
I think
beautiful.
that's supposed to be representative of his suicide as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that. That was my favorite scene.
I read that part's expressed better in the book, according to a lot of people who read the book.
That's what people say,
Interesting.
that it's more clear
Yeah.
that he killed himself. Yeah.
Well, then there's that end when he was like singing something.
Yeah.
Some sort of musical, I
Yeah.
suppose.
What do you think that means, by the way?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I was
I don't
like,
know either.
at that point, I was like, you do you. I don't know. But you know what you're doing. I don't know what's happening. Because then everybody was like in old people makeup, but like obviously like bad
Yeah.
people makeup. Because obviously they were able to transition Tony Collette and what was its name? David? What?
Yeah, whatever his name, the lupus.
Yes. And they did really well on their like makeup. Like I was really impressed.
Yeah.
Because they made them age really seamlessly,
Yeah.
like back and forth. That was really good.
Did you think they made him look younger in that with the makeup, or is that just how he looks like?
I'm not sure.
Because he's old, right? He's a pretty old guy.
I think he is. Because when he was like a young dad, he looked pretty. Like they both looked pretty they looked pretty realistic throughout their transitions.
Except for when they were young.
I think they looked pretty good when they were young too. But yeah,
Yeah.
what is that? The whole farm thing supposed to mean? Did he go visit his?
Well, that's
Parents?
where his parents lived, and that's where he lives now.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of like in the beginning we see those establishing shots where it's like all over the house, and we see like the wheelchair that his mom was in and stuff, and that's just sort of like the memories that are left there. Because
Okay.
we see him as well, like eating cereal and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and watching. Yeah. So that's where he
Okay.
lives. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if this is part of like cinematography or what, but that made me think about how, like, whenever it was a younger him, everything was darker, but when he was a janitor, everything was brighter. Was that because?
Because of the fluorescent lights, right?
Yes.
In high school.
Was that because, like, the other stuff was like a dream-ish state, and the janitor stuff was like him
In real life,
in real life?
maybe.
I think so, because it's memories, so it's a little foggy. That's why
Yeah.
things are very weird.
Yeah. So the aspect ratio too, I think, is probably because it's 4x3. It's Academy, so it's like the black bars on the side, right?
Sure.
Why do you think they did that?
I didn't even
You didn't even
notice it. I don't
notice
know.
it?
I just, it was really dark. I don't know. I don't think I noticed it enough, to be honest. Is
What-
that similar with the Grand Budapest?
Yeah, kind of ish.
I don't think I noticed it in this one at all.
Different reasons.
I think it's because I was super confused that I was just trying to figure out what was happening in the movie that I don't think I noticed a whole lot of things.
What do you think, man?
So whenever I see 4x3, my immediate first thought is that it's gonna be a very personal story, and we're getting really close, and that's why it's
Yeah.
such a small shot.
Yeah,
But I think for this, it's also because as he's older, it's modern time, but most of the movie's taken back when he was younger, and it's old. So we're supposed to kind of like be in that headspace of
old
technology and stuff. Yeah.
I thought it was like it's sort of like that aspect ratio is enclosed, right? Like you feel sort of closed up,
Yeah.
and it's all taking place in his mind. So it's a very tight space, and I feel like that's what it was trying to say. Did I communicate that well at all?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I don't know how I see if you found my weed. Right.
Nice.
I don't
I
know.
thought there was nuts in here, so.
I don't know how I made it through my English major. I feel like I don't communicate very well.
I mean, you're
Maybe
a
do it
better
better on
writer,
paper.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how it is.
Wow, gentlemen.
us.
All right. So, yeah, I didn't really connect everything until I read this thing from the LA Times. So here's what it says. Kaufman's film concludes with a revelation. Everything we have seen from start to finish has essentially been the mental projection of a lonely old high school janitor who has failed to live up to the dreams of romantic and academic glory he had as a young man. Jake's girlfriend was never actually his girlfriend, just an idealized version of someone he briefly encountered one night at a bar, but didn't have the guts to pursue. Or maybe an amalgam of all the ones that got away. The whole road trip has been a journey through Jake's memories, unfulfilled wishes, obsessions, and regrets. The story ends tragically with the janitor's suicide, revealing the double meaning of the film's very title.
Nice.
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 Any of that
Beautiful.
new information to you guys?
No.
No.
Nice. Yeah, I think like if you think about it now, when my second rewatch, my rewatch, whatever, yeah, when I watched it again, like it becomes more clear, everything, like, there's the clue of
Her name is never established.
her name is well, she has 3 different names,
Right,
right?
Lucy.
Yeah, it keeps
Louise,
changing.
And
Lucy,
something.
and then Amy,
yeah.
yeah,
Ames or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then, but I thought that was just, because initially I thought it was just her being delusional or something, or like losing grasp with reality.
yeah,
That's why she like kept forgetting who she was and what her occupation was and how they met kept changing too.
yeah.
And I was
I think like the clearest change was when, so she tells the story of how they met.
Mhm.
And even then, it's like not consistent.
Yeah.
But then he watches the movie, the romantic comedy movie, and then he changes the story of how they met
Mhm.
to that story. So that's more like, whoa, wait a minute, what's happening? Yeah.
Good stuff.
There's another clue. I don't know if did you guys see any other clues before I
Before
haven't.
stuff started going downhill? I don't think
or even
so.
when stuff was going down?
I mean, I guess the painting stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and her poem.
And
She
her-
finds it
yeah.
in the book
Yeah,
in
yeah.
his room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The picture, right?
What picture?
When
Oh
she
yeah,
Oh,
when
yeah,
she's looking
yeah.
at the
It's
little
like
kid.
that's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it is him.
Yeah.
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 He's basically just having a conversation with himself. I think.
Yeah.
It's pretty-
Yeah.
So like in the beginning, she says something like Betty Davis's living isn't for sissies or something like that. And then the guys are like, well, some people might take issue with the word sissy nowadays. And that's like an old man going like, oh, maybe that thing that I said back in the day isn't great now. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also when he was singing that one song, and she's like,
Oh,
that
Baby,
song's
It's
about
Cold
rape.
Outside, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like he's heard that.
Yeah.
Or he's read that
Yeah.
somewhere. So he's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And in the room as well, there's a book by Pauline Kael, like a huge book. Do you know who Pauline Kael is?
No.
Do you
Nope.
know? No. She's this very famous film critic. She's kind of like, she was like Roger Ebert, like an older Roger Ebert. And like she has books of her reviews that were published. And when they were going back to drop her off, she was like she's talking about a movie called A Woman Under the Influence,
Mhm.
right? And then she like starts smoking, because Pauline Kael smoked. Like she just got a cigarette out of nowhere, right? And then she starts talking about the movie, and all the dialogue from her is just from that review from Pauline Kael.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I would not have known.
Yeah. Nice little tidbit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little
Easter egg.
Easter egg. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Did you?
There's another Easter egg
Yeah. Go.
that I saw online. That speech he's giving at the end is from a different movie.
What is-
A Beautiful Mind.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and the one of the DVDs is in the room as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that song he sings at the very end is apparently from the play Oklahoma, which
Yeah.
he talks about on the car ride.
Mm.
And that's like the song Oklahoma's on the radio because he's in. He's cleaning the place while they're rehearsing
Oh.
that song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy does really good movies that you could rewatch and
Yeah.
be like, wow.
Wow.
This one is like a hard rewatch though,
Honestly,
because of those emotions it makes you feel. It's this dread and anxiety and stuff.
it's great.
I feel like it was less anxious the second time.
You watch it twice?
Yeah, I watched it twice.
Yeah, I haven't.
Like it's like since I know what's gonna happen, and since I know it's not like nothing bad is gonna.
I
well,
mean,
something bad
wow.
happens, but like nothing like jumps out at you, right?
Like
Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah.
obviously scary.
Yeah, it's more like eerie.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Eerie. What a great word.
Yeah.
That's a great word for this movie. Very eerie.
Eerie,
Yeah.
There are certain points I was thinking, like, honestly, if the tone changed in this movie, it could easily be like a comedy.
Go on.
Like, especially because in that dinner scene, like the awkwardness could easily be turned like really funny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was very eerie, and I thought it was great.
Nice.
Sorry, it's not like a revolutionary.
Yeah. Well,
comedy.
like horror and comedy have like similar
Yeah.
build-ups and punches.
Yeah.
That's what Jordan Peele said.
Good.
Excuse me.
You're forgiven.
That's why he
So what's the ice cream thing supposed to be?
Oh,
Does he go there
Do you know?
often? And that's why there's a
Do you
bunch
know?
of ice cream?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Is there more to it than that?
you guys want to discuss it? Because I read the thing, right?
Well, and then
Alright.
there was the girls too, right? The
Yeah.
really pretty, quote unquote, vapid ones, and like the girl with the rash. And,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Don't go" or something. I don't know. I wasn't. What the hell? Did she?
Yeah.
Was it like his conscience
So,
telling him, "Don't
yeah.
kill yourself" or something?
Huh.
No, I don't think it's that. Do you
I
want
don't-
to take a stab at it?
I'm absolutely not sure.
Just go on, man.
I don't know about that, but she's at one point she's like, "Sorry about the smell. They're varnishing stuff here,"
Yeah.
and then she's like, "They're not actually varnishing things."
What is varnishing, by the way?
Like when you with wood? No.
Yeah, wood varnish. You put this like I think it's like an oil, right, or
Yeah.
something on it.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. No.
Oh.
Well, don't worry. It's for handy people like us. So.
Yeah. Do you want to take a stab at it, Jasmine?
So I think, for one, I think the ice cream, like the empty containers, maybe means he frequents that place a lot. But that
Mm.
I don't know. And then, but I don't know. I'm just really confused as to what the interactions with the girls mean. Because for a while, I was still sure that she was real, right? The
Yeah. Right.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, this guy's she's about to die. And then, so I don't know if he's seeing back when maybe he was younger. I don't know. I'm very
Yeah.
confused at that point.
It's kind of like, so that sort of like 50s aesthetic is kind of
Mhm.
like memory sort of lane. And I guess he talks about how the song
Oh.
makes him happy. I think it's a theme song for
Well,
that place, right?
And then
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
girl kind of like the nicer girl kind of resembled the Tulsi Town clown, right?
Did
like-
she?
Right, a little bit.
No, I
when
don't
he was
think so.
driving, like towards the end when he was hallucinating.
Oh, did she?
I
don't know.
thought so. 'Cause, like the brown, like the black hair, kind of like
Oh.
her waviness.
Well, so those girls are from the high school he works at. Like he's seen them. So like the two blonde girls are like they were making fun of him. Like they're like making fun of his
Yeah.
slouch and stuff.
Okay.
And then he saw
the quiet one.
the quiet one, and he was talking about like sometimes I see some of those kids, and it's like wow, they're gonna
Yeah.
be fucked for life.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
why the girls are like, she couldn't be more than 15 because she probably is like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, she looks familiar in a way that I can't.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess the rash is kind of that the shyness or whatever, because he also has it.
Yeah.
So it's like I guess he's also shy and awkward.
It's
and
like
stuff.
what's that, kindred spirit. It's like he
Sure.
felt ostracized as a.
Yes, there you go. That's the word he uses. Yeah. Yeah. That's it right there.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Soundtrack.
Do
Or
you
score.
wanna
Sorry.
Do you want to talk about the score?
Spook.
Spook. They use the same one, right? I feel like.
I think so. I
A
didn't
lot.
really notice
Any
too much
variations? Yeah.
distinction.
Yeah.
Well, there's a song at the end with the dance.
I really liked that scene. I
Yeah.
think it was done very well.
Yeah, go on.
Oh.
That's your
So-
favorite scene, right?
Yeah, so I liked the transition, or like when they were like like the girlfriend and Jake's met each other, and then you see like the other two, like their copies come in, and then it like transitions to a point where like you can't see them, and then it's just them dancing in the hallway, and then there's like the fountain, like a waterfall or something.
Yeah.
That was great.
Beautiful.
Was
Yeah.
that supposed to be his internal struggle?
Yeah. And then like him, he stabbed himself.
He's like, they get married, and Jenner's like, no, we didn't, you loser. Pah! Why didn't you do anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered. You were saying how the 15-year-old girl at the ice cream shop was saying you don't have to go forward in time.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
you don't go forward in time if you die. So
Oh.
there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
okay.
so. I think that's what that means anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite scene, Lugo?
Not really. Do you want to go?
So, it was when Tony Collette says that life's a train straight to heck, and then she starts laughing. And I don't know, man. That was the only part where I actually laughed.
What's it? Is it called? Is it tinnitus or tinnitus?
Tinnitus, but some British people usually say tinnitus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's that supposed to be? Is that he has tinnitus? Tinnitus?
I
Oh,
think
dear.
it's just that his mom actually did have
Yeah.
it,
Oh, okay.
and because when it's revealed that she has it, it's like very intense, and that's all she's talking about for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, you know, when she actually did have it, she will bring it up a lot, and that's
so
why.
eventually, both his parents got like either Alzheimer's or dementia, right? Or was it just the mom?
Well, the dad got
had-
dementia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there was a point when they were talking, and then the dad was like, "That's what I really loved about your mom was this, and that." But she was still there, but he was talking as if she wasn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?
Well, she was dead at that point, right?
What
'Cause,
does
like-
that basement signify?"
Oh, it's his. Oh, do you guys want to give it a stab? I read that too.
Spooky monsters. I don't know.
I really don't know, man. With
it
the
was-
scratches on the door.
It seemed like it was something sinister, right?
Yeah.
But then I feel like they never touched on it again.
It's his shame.
Oh.
You know?
Because his clothes are down there.
Yeah, his janitor uniform because he's really
Alright.
like ashamed of being a janitor,
Oh.
Makes sense.
and like the art that he made. I think
Is
right,
that
that's the
true?
art. That he
Yeah.
made.
Yeah.
And it's not. I guess it's not. Is it supposed to be bad? I think.
I think so. It's like a cheap imitation, right? But that's
Yeah.
basically what his whole kind of life, or maybe how he views.
Well, his dad
himself.
also didn't like that type of art.
Oh, yes.
So-
Was it abstract?
No,
No, but it was
like, there's
scenic with no people there.
Yeah.
How's he supposed to be sad if there's no
Right,
sad
right,
people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was always ashamed of himself. Huh?
Yeah.
Even what was that thing? That award he got? A
The Diligence
participation?
Award?
Yeah,
And then he's like, I wanted the what was it?
something.
Some the
the
smart
smarty
one.
pants.
Yeah, the smart award.
What a depressing movie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This one's sad.
What do you think why do you think the parents acted that way? You know, because like, I remember when she was showing the painting she made. You know, the moms are like, "Why didn't you tell me she was talented?" Yeah, like what the fuck was that about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, because it seemed like his mom always believed in him, right? Well, you know, as you get older and you're not married, your mom's like, "Oh, I hope you find someone nice," right?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Wasn't
Your
that?
mom doesn't say that to you. You're getting
I'm
up
21.
in age.
I'm 21.
Well, maybe it's just my mom.
Oh, fuck me, man. I don't want to get old.
Yeah, we're getting all super honestly, when I was in high school, because I was in that nursing thing, I did a rotation at a nursing home. It's super sad. Getting old, you can't do anything. Nobody comes to visit you. You're just waiting to die, honestly.
Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna have a panic attack.
Yeah. There's this old
Same.
lady. She was like 100 or
Oh
something.
my god.
And she was like, yeah, I'm just waiting to die. Like, everybody I know is dead. So I'm just,
Oh my-
nothing's really keeping me here. It's great. And that's probably what that guy felt. You know,
Yeah.
his parents are gone. He doesn't have anybody.
Yeah, he was taking care of his parents, right? I think that's
Yeah.
part of like maybe he doesn't. That's why he was like yelling at them a lot
Because he
Right.
resented.
because he kind of resents them
Mhm.
because he had to take care of them when they were getting old and dying and stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah, so because he had to give up his life probably for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and genius, you know,
Yeah.
genius.
Genius.
Yeah.
Genius. Man. He was mediocre just like us guys.
Yeah.
That's our life.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
We've barely done 30 minutes. No, I don't know. I'm like way too far.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Thank you.
Good call.
What else? The acting was pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
I
yeah.
had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they were doing such a good job of keeping me on my
Yeah.
toes.
There's with Jessie Buckley. I don't know. That's her name, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything else she's done. But there was that scene where she was telling the story, and you know how the mom was all like, and she would like keep repeating,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then she starts doing the same thing when she was telling the story of how they met, going like,
Oh, stuttering.
yeah,
yeah.
and I think that's him sort of like
His
trying
nervous
to come
tick?
up with stuff,
Oh.
like trying to come up with a story.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. I thought that was just a nervous tick he had or something.
Oh, maybe he might be a stutterer. We don't know.
Yeah.
don't
We
know.
don't know.
Maybe
We don't
that's
actually
him.
see him talk.
Yeah. Well, we do.
Towards the end, right? And then he hugs her, or she hugs him, right?
But that's
What
still in
about-
his head, right? Because he's talking to her.
Yeah.
So we
Do you
never
think
actually
that
see
was
him
the
talk to any
moment?
real people.
Well, do you
yeah,
think that
yeah.
moment was when he decided to like just end things?
Like it
'Cause
was
it-
time to let go.
Wow.
I think that moment, because
Because she was like, he's just a creepy
yeah,
guy.
I think that moment was him like, all right, she wasn't real. Let's
Oh,
let's
man.
drop the
Well,
act.
He's thinking about like the actual girl he saw at that bar,
Yeah.
and she was apparently gay with
Yeah.
with her girlfriend.
Anniversary with her girlfriend,
Yeah.
something, right? That's what she says.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh God, I guess I really," because that's like him reflecting on himself
Yeah.
Yeah.
and his own like weird, creepy misogyny sort of stuff. And then he's like, oh, "What? Why did I even do that?"
Yeah.
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 Wow. Regret lives with you for a long time, huh?
And he's obviously like really well read and stuff,
Yeah.
so he's pretty smart. So that's why he's able to communicate in that language.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Yeah. There's also like when she was stuck in the car, she was like, I wonder how long it'll take me to die from whatever.
Hypothermia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just
Oh.
him like wondering how to kill himself. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it in a high school because then you freak out all the kids there, man.
I don't know, man. Maybe that's his plan.
To freak out all the kids.
Yeah, like he clearly
Fuck
doesn't
them
like
kids.
some of them.
Fuck them kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're being mean to him, so he's just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Wow. Being lonely kind of sucks, huh? Should I get married?
Do you think he ever like? Do you think he ever had a relationship?
No.
No. Because otherwise, I don't think he'd be so fixated on this one girl he saw at
Saw
a
at
bar one time.
once,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that?
Wow. Should I start dating?
Probably, I think you
I
should
don't know,
because you're still
man.
young, Jasmine. And then you're gonna be like 60 and be like, oh fuck me,
Man.
and go sit in the truck in the cold.
Oh, God. Is that why people get married? Because they don't want to die alone? In a
Yeah,
truck?
that's exactly why people get married.
Yeah.
That's why people have
I've
kids.
heard this, but I'm like, nah, it's okay. I'll be alone. But this movie is like, maybe I won't be.
Maybe it won't be okay. Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't think that's just an extreme thing, right?
Yeah.
This isn't like a
No, this is how every alone person feels.
what's that thing? A fable, you know?
Yeah. I
But,
think.
It has like a hidden, not a hidden meaning, but like you should find someone.
It's like you should please don't. Well, Charlie Kaufman has always been not obsessed with relationships, but he's always had that on his mind.
I think relationships are horrible and they mess you up.
I think Charlie has probably had a lot of bad relationships, and that's where all his movies come from.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Because I don't know if you've seen Being John Malkovich, but that's also like about a relationship going badly.
Wow,
Yeah, so
that's great.
he's not like an ugly guy either. He portrays himself
He
as
looks
an ugly
normal.
guy. He looks normal. He's aging pretty well. He's like, what, 56 or something?
Yeah.
He looks great.
We'll go with Judy.
Maybe he's a bad person, and that's why he can't hold a relationship.
He's a bit pretentious, you know?
Maybe
Oh.
that's it.
Yeah.
Pushes everyone away.
Just
I
like
think he
Google.
realizes he is that, though, as well.
Maybe, yeah. I think because I mean I feel like what's her name, Greta Gerwig. I think also has that self-awareness of things.
Like, some people find her annoying.
Yeah,
We
And-
talked about this in Friends.
yeah. but I mean it's good, right? Because then it makes their characters more relatable
Yeah.
and like
That's sort of self-reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you're like
Yeah.
I am sure I do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure people find me annoying and gross and like
Yeah, there's two people right here.
what?
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
What else do we usually talk about? The writing, the dialogue. Oh yeah, and I think he does a really good.
Yeah.
Some of it was kind of like I guess because the guy was really smart, right? I
Yeah.
was like, they're talking super smart. I don't know if I'm.
Except his
keep up with this.
parents. His parents are like dum-dums,
Like,
right?
well, country bumpkins,
Yeah,
right? Kind of.
yeah,
I've never heard of that term in my life.
Really?
Yeah,
Have you,
what's it?
Andy?
yeah.
Well, then, I don't know what's Mr. English. Maybe.
Country bumpkins?
Bumpkins.
Bumpkins.
Like pumpkin with a B.
Oh. Like they were raised in a farm and they stay in a farm?
Yeah,
Or?
like
Yeah.
that's, well, I mean, back in the day, right? That's like why people had really big families was so that they could take care of the farm.
Hmm.
And like you didn't really do,
That's why they married their cousin and stuff.
sure. I don't know about that, but
I don't know if that's going to
like
be
I
offensive.
think schooling wasn't like super important because the whole, like obviously your income was the farm.
Right. Yeah.
So I've heard. I don't know. My parents didn't necessarily grow on a farm, so I don't know.
My
Excuse
my
me.
dad did.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, the dad's not that dumb. I guess he's not as weird. Why do you think the dad's not as weird as?
Because I think he still sees his mom as how she was later in life with her dementia.
I don't think she
But
had
the
dementia.
dad
Or
was
Alzheimer's.
the one that had.
Yeah. I
Demen-
don't think the
Alzheimer's?
mom had dementia at all.
No, I think she did have something too.
She wasn't eating.
Yeah.
What happens to people?
They don't
When
eat. They
they're
don't
there.
have an appetite.
Yeah.
Eventually, everything starts shutting down.
Just smoke some
That's really
weed.
sad. Honestly, dementia and Alzheimer's is like one of the worst ways to go because you
Yeah.
just stop being a person after a while.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one point where they're all sitting in the couch, and the girlfriend says that she was studying that because she thinks it's sad that happens to old people.
Oh,
Was that him
yeah.
just being like, when that started happening to his parents, he did some research into it?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Not kind of,
Being-
that's very sad,
Being
man.
old is like super sad.
Yeah. Never get old, guys. Just end it before.
If you
You
can
know?
stay
Yeah.
healthy and
Like
strong.
35, just
Honestly, why does that seem like such a good age to like just?
35?
that's like
Yeah.
your prime, man.
Is it?
No,
What's your
not
prime?
for me. My prime was like 15, so it's a long time ago.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a prime.
My prime was like 3 years ago.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll reach it again one day. I believe in me.
That's what I say to myself. Oh, you know what? That's a great monologue that he has, like that sort of like reasoning right before you kill yourself, I guess, or like when you're in a really depressive state, where he's like, it's just all stuff that we tell ourselves, like things will
Oh,
get
yes.
better. So he's like, it's before
God
the
only
dawn.
gives us so
Age is
much
just a
time.
Yeah.
number. Yeah. And then he's freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Oh, yeah, yeah. And we talked about the ice cream shop, but I didn't talk about the cups.
Yes.
And I had a thought, and I can't. It's kind of vague right now,
Sure.
but it's like I think he just visits his old memories a lot,
Okay.
and I think because obviously like his current life is not,
Yeah.
so he's always thinking about like what I could have done, what I
Mhm.
could have done. So that's probably not like the first road trip he's taken, right?
No.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. So he's all yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Oh, so he's always seen himself as a perv then? Sorry.
What do you mean a perv?
Well, because when Jake is in the car with whatever his girlfriend,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, there's somebody spying on us." It's like that. It's someone perverted. Blah blah blah. And it's the janitor, right?
Yeah.
So has he always seen himself like just like a pervert?
Maybe,
then?
yeah, maybe it's just like how he's disgusted with how he is now.
Mm.
You know?
Man, that's
Yeah.
self-hatred.
Yeah. Yes, actually, yeah, he hates himself a lot.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's why he's like pretty much like, oh God, you're a misogynistic pig.
Yeah.
That's why he's like so fixated on stuff like that,
Yeah.
because he hates himself. Yeah.
Do you think a lot of older people kill themselves?
No.
Really? I would say yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at recent years, we had Robin Williams, Anthony Bourdain. What's her like a designer too? And they're like in their 40s, 50s.
Is that old people?
Not old. That's not old, but I feel like that's. I don't know. Is that usually? Do you think people get to a point where they're like, I don't. This is not. I can't do this anymore.
Probably. Maybe. I think all those people dealt with depression all their lives, though.
Yeah, and they just caught it. They're
Yeah.
just. I can't.
And Robin Williams had a dementia.
Mm.
That's I can remember reading that a while ago. It was revealed that he had like rapidly deteriorating a brain, so that's why he killed himself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
That's harsh, man. This movie's
yeah.
harsh.
Yep.
We should put something at the end.
Oh, you mean like suicide prevention?
Yeah.
Let's Google the number real quick.
What's that one song?
Trigger warning. Jesus
Honestly,
fucking Christ.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
I should.
No?
Trigger
Yeah,
warning.
yeah. Trigger warning.
Edit the trigger warning at the very beginning.
Yeah. Trigger warning.
We're gonna need that.
Trigger warning. Suicide.
Depression.
Depression. Yeah. All right. That's the warning. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
Suicide prevention hotline.
You know what? I wish I could say things would get better, but who knows? You know?
All right. So here's the number for the suicide prevention hotline. It's 1-800-273-8255. All right.
Honestly, I didn't think this movie was that sad when I watched it yesterday because I was so confused. But this is such a sad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very sad. It's not scary. Well, it gets
I
scary 'cause
mean-
getting old is scary.
I mean, yeah, it's terrifying subject,
It is, yeah. It's
and they
like,
portray it in a very terrifying way. I think I was really freaked out very early on.
I mean, because that's what people fear the most, right? Is like
Getting
death
old.
and getting old
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like dying alone.
What was this guy's name?
Jake.
I always forget it.
Charlie Kaufman?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he wrote that New York movie,
Yeah, Synecdoche, New York. And
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
and I read that they asked him to write a horror movie,
Mhm.
and that was what he wrote. He said, "This is what I'm scared of,"
Yeah.
and that's almost a movie about getting old, right?
So
Yeah.
more or less, yeah.
So
It's about like losing your life, basically. Yeah.
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 So this is his horror, man.
Well, do you think it's also like getting like there's like various aspects of getting older that's terrifying, right? Like closer to death,
Yeah.
dying alone,
Yeah.
dementia, Alzheimer's. Those are really big things people worry about as they get older. And I guess it's weird, right? Because another thing a lot of people worry about is cancer and stuff like that. But I think when you can't even take care of yourself and you can't remember yourself is also pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if like your children have to take care of you and get to that point where
Yeah.
you can't relate to them in that same way.
You know, that's probably the saddest line in the whole movie is when the dad was like, "I can't wait until I can't remember that I can't remember."
Yeah.
That ignorance is bliss type
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Being old is, it's not too bad. I don't want to think.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Have no regrets too. Like,
That's impossible.
yeah.
I mean, I already have hundreds of regrets now.
I guess don't fixate on them. I don't know. I don't know what this movie's trying to tell me with my regrets, man.
Honestly, what is this movie
It's
trying to tell
saying prevention is the best key.
us? Yeah.
So fucking live your life now.
It
Yeah.
means take chances.
Yeah.
And even if they end horribly,
At least you lived.
yeah. I don't know if it's saying that part, but
You're always gonna regret something. Like you're gonna regret not doing something, or you're gonna regret doing something.
yeah.
So
But if you
it's
don't
like
do
a
so,
catch
Just
22.
don't fixate on
well,
it,
because
man.
it seemed like he was scared, right, of like taking chances. But now
Yeah.
he's like, if I would have taken a chance, at least I would have known.
Yeah.
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 On his love life, or on his
Career-wise,
academic,
yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. I want to get married.
You don't want to get married?
But
You don't
like,
have to get married. just
I can just have a hoe phase. I
yeah.
hear you.
right now. The time is now, Jasmine.
I have to lose like 20, 30 pounds.
You're fine. You're
before
completely
somebody can
fine.
see me
You're
naked.
completely fine, Jasmine. All right.
Sounds good. Watch this movie. It's interesting.
Yeah,
Are we wrapping up?
I think so. Right? Or do you have more to say?
We didn't talk about cinematography, editing.
What does it matter?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we talked about some of that.
Not in depth.
Editing.
So there's one cool scene about
Yeah.
where it's very early on when they first get to the house.
Yeah.
And they're at the couch, and it looks like it's kind of trying to be symmetrical, but it's slightly off, and it's unnerving. Like the couch isn't exactly on the center. There's 2 lamps on each side, but they're different looking lamps, and one's all the way to the left, and then the one on the right isn't all the way to the right.
Mm.
But the windows are symmetrical, and there's like just little tiny things off, which I thought was really neat. I thought
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah. I definitely felt that. And they're sitting awkwardly. Like,
Yeah.
in silence.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that reminds me then. So when they're in the dining table, there's a scene where like it fades and they're like in the hallway, but you can just see like her, like there's the wall and then there's like a piece of the screen that's her. Then it transitions and it's the dining table. Then you can see the 2 windows and it's just framed like exactly where she's at. I don't know what that means. Tell me.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great. Well, that was interesting to me. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Idealized.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
The perfect girl.
Yeah.
Don't idealize anyone, I think, is another thing this movie has.
No, I don't think that's.
Don't idealize love.
Let's say.
No?
Because even he's like, oh, she's probably gonna want to break up with me.
Okay.
Yeah, so. I
Don't be
think
so
he's-
hard on yourself then.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a moral. I think it's just a character study.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
this is just his life, right? That being said, it's still it's still a possibility for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially us.
Shut
You
up.
guys ever feel like you find a piece of media that was made just for you?
No.
Is this it?
Yeah, man.
It's made for you.
I've been having such a crisis about getting old since February. And then this movie just comes out. It's like he did it for
You
me,
know
man. He
what?
knew.
Every time it's my birthday, I get really depressed.
Yeah, I've been getting depressed on my birthday now too.
It's horrible. I used to really like my birthday.
18 was the last time I was like, all right, yeah, I like my
25
birthday.
was the last time for me. After that,
That just happened.
well, I thought I'd be somewhere else by this point in my life, and it's just not going where I thought it would.
Yeah, that's all of us, Jasmine. That's all of us.
Great. What if we all live together? That way we don't die alone. There you go.
Yeah.
In the beginning, he mentioned this book. I can't remember the title, but it was like
Something Wallace or something.
yeah,
Something with a W.
Wordsworth.
Yeah.
I studied this author for like 6 months in one of my classes, and I cannot remember his name.
Nice.
William Wordsworth or something like that. And it was like examinations of life and childhood or something like that. And it's about getting old. And he talks about a poem in it about an ideal woman named Lucy. Yeah. There's another clue, but also a theme of getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the time loop stuff, because like in the house we see them switch between old and middle-aged and young, right? Do you think that time loop stuff is like you're gonna get old and you're not gonna know it? Like it's gonna happen super fast.
Yes. I think also people don't feel old at I think at a certain age it hits you like, oh, I'm old, like at 70 or
Yeah.
something, 75.
Well, our grandma's in her 80s and she like looks at people. Sometimes they're younger than her. She goes, "Oh, that old lady over there."
yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That keeps you young though.
I don't think it does. My mom says she's shocked every time she looks in the mirror.
Really?
Yeah.
She's like, is that me?
Is that me? I'm old now.
Your mom doesn't look that old.
She's 50 though. Yeah.
She's not old. My mom's almost. How old is your dad, Andy?
I don't know.
Great.
He's in his 60s though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, our parents are getting old, guys.
Yeah.
That means we're getting old.
Shut up, Jasmine.
Remember when the kids were kids and now they're not?
I still see them
We
as
had a-
kids,
we
so
had a-
it's weird that they're
We had
Not kids.
we have a group of cousins that are younger than us by about 7 years ish, a decade or so.
Yeah.
Actually, more than a decade for you guys, but like 7 years for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh my god. I remember when I was their age. Oh god, seems like it wasn't that long ago. We had a good time when we were young. What happened? How did we become
I did not
depressed
have a good
adults?
time.
You didn't?
I was younger than you guys.
And we bullied you. I hear
so
you.
I have a different relationship with that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Andy was wild.
You wild,
Yeah,
Andy?
right.
Not
Not me,
anymore.
man.
I was.
Nice.
I've always been a boring person, so I stayed consistent. Well, is that it for the movie? I think we've gone off track a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. Do you have anything else to say? I mean, the editing, I didn't. Yeah, I mean, it's edited well. I don't know.
You know.
It's edited well, and there's some edits that are jarring, but they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's good. Yeah,
It
it's
works
great.
really well for
Yeah.
the effects it's trying to give.
Yeah. There's
I-
some. Yeah, go on.
Oh, I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, but this does. I mean, there's a distinctness of there's a distinctness in his style that I
Yeah.
think I could recognize if I were to see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't even direct Eternal Sunshine. Can you believe that?
Oh, really?
But his style bleeds through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it does. It has a very distinct style. That's really good. It has a very surreal aspect to his storytelling that I enjoy.
This is probably my favorite movie he's directed, because I didn't really like. I thought Synecdoche in New York was fine, and I thought Anna Melissa was good. I just didn't like love it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like one I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I hope he gets an Academy Award for this, especially since they changed the rules for it.
Man.
So I'm hoping this gets Best Picture nominee. It probably won't, but maybe a screenplay it will. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is my favorite movie of the year right now.
nice. What did I say mine was? Palm Springs. I think it might still be Palm Springs.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, directing. Let's talk about. Speaking of which, one little thing I read was that he directed the actors by telling them, "You're all coming from the same idea. Basically, you're not people. You're all coming from the same idea," and that really helped. And that's probably why she, that's why it all kind of like, how do I say, like they all feel off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. It's great directing,
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
pretty
It's
good.
great. It's great. Anything else you guys want to say?
No, I think that's it, man.
Yeah. What would you guys change? Any negatives on this movie?
Maybe make his death a little bit more
Clear?
clear.
Yeah.
And I kind of got the idea
I like the way they did it. I really liked that like dance.
with the
Scene.
pig.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
The
there's
pig is
that
cool
scene with the
too.
pig, yeah.
Yeah, I like all of it. And then we just see the car at the end covered in snow.
Yeah.
I liked it. I like the way they did it. One complaint I saw online for the people who read the book was that the book is a lot more clear about it, and the book is actually kind of like has
Graphic.
horror tones to it at the
Oh.
end.
Yeah.
Because when the janitor's chasing them,
Mhm.
and this they're just like dancing around and stuff. And in
Yeah.
the book, it's supposed to feel like an actual like
Yeah.
a slasher movie, and
Nice.
Oh.
and
Oh,
the killer's chasing after them.
well, that's
Because
because,
this one's a lot more like melancholy, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But also, it's like he watches a lot of the musical productions, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why that's like in his mind, it's a musical production. Because the fights are like from West Side Story. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys ever seen West Side Story.
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they basically just dance and then like, they like go, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sure if like Kaufman probably could have like made him like a horror movie fan, and then that would have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like
Yeah.
what we got instead.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually
very
thought it was-
beautiful.
yeah, I really like it. That was great.
By the way, Charlie Kaufman, apparently it's kind of different. It's really different from the book, apparently. I've not read the book, right?
Same.
But Kaufman, whenever he adapts a book, it's always different. There's this movie called Adaptation. I don't know if you've heard of it, Jasmine.
Is it with Bill Murray?
Nicolas Cage.
No.
And basically, it's based on a book from this sort of like plant, like this rare plant, rare flower that people find, and the movie is about Charlie Kaufman trying to write the screenplay to adapt that book. That's what the movie is about, right? It's very meta, and it's like it goes off, and it's not really about the book at all. It's sort of like thematically similar to the book, but not. It's not really about the book. It's not a straightforward adaptation, but it's still adapted from that source material. So that's what Charlie Kaufman does. You should watch the adaptation. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds like a cool
Yeah,
idea. I
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage plays Charlie Kaufman.
Okay,
Nice.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's Charlie Kaufman for you.
So you guys wouldn't call this movie a horror?
I wouldn't.
No.
No,
Not even like
A
a psychological
psychological-
horror, yeah.
maybe.
But yeah,
I think there's elements of that. I wouldn't call it straightforward.
a psychological
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
really like once you get through it, it's not scary.
I think the scariest
Yeah,
part
yeah.
is the farm.
Yeah.
That's like the only part where I was like, wow, intense.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
afterwards, I was just confused.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So what vibe is this and Mother? What type of movies are those? And how do I find more of them?
Surreal. Just
Surreal?
say surreal. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That sounds good.
I like them. They make me very anxious.
Nice.
They make me uncomfortable, and I want more of it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You know when you drink coffee and you feel really anxious, but you feel like you're on a high.
Hell
No.
yeah, yeah. That's it, man.
I just get anxious.
Oh well, you've
Yeah.
never experienced the high anxiety gives. It's great.
Nice.
It's almost addictive.
All right.
That's why I don't.
So,
drink
what would you
coffee.
guys give it out of 10?
6.5.
What? Are you telling the truth?
Yeah.
What?
It was okay. I liked aspects of it, but I didn't like it as a whole.
That's not. I feel like that's not representative of the discussion we just had.
You know, that's. I don't
That's
think
her
I
score,
can
man.
give
Just
it
sticking
more.
with
What
it.
did I give Eternal Sunshine? An 8?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Fine, I'll give this a 7. I'll give it a passing grade of a C.
Okay.
Passing.
Go on.
I don't know, man. Since I feel like since a lot of it went over my head, I need to rewatch it again before
Yeah.
I can
Give it
for
a
sure
yeah.
give it a solid thing. But
Right now, an 8.
as a horror fan, and I do kind of like got horrified with this. This did such an amazing job.
Nice.
It's a good 10 right there for that.
Nice. So
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 at the moment. I'll
Yeah.
rewatch it and I'll see if I feel different about it.
Yeah, I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's our discussion on I'm Thinking of Ending Things. You can follow me at HugPatCan. There we go.
Why do you keep changing your Twitter handle?
Shut up, Jasmine. So I said it last week. I said my handle, and I died inside, like on the recording.
Nice.
I was just like, fuck. All right. So this feels not that bad. Hug Pat can. Whatever.
Yeah, sounds good.
It is what it is.
Follow me at Andy_030.
I don't post on any social media.
Good. All right. So thanks for listening.
Good night. I love you.